What's up, everybody? A little different today. Saturday, happy Saturday, cloudy, rainy, so no construction today, but or indoors, automatic. We got another problem. The RT Hemi 2015 first edition road and track, super track mode. Anyway, it's a farm car. It's having some issues with what's called the Hemi kick. So normally when that happens, like we lost the truck a couple months ago, has a Hemi as well. It sits a while, doesn't drive all the time. So I think the oil kind of got clogged up and maybe created a stickiness in the valve for the lifter, the oil lifter, which is very important in these new Hemis. Brings the oil to the top. So that's where the oil can then drip down and lubricate products. First of all, so we're gonna go listen to what the Hemi tick is. I'm gonna show you where it is, and I have a solution. We're gonna run some Royal Purple oil. We're gonna go higher than Mopar recommends at 5W20. We're gonna go to 5W30, and that's where I don't recommend this for all cars, but that's for race cars, right? So when you're beating the oil up, when you're beating it up, she runs wetter. All right, let's just say that more highly lubricated. When the car isn't being beaten up, when the oil isn't being beaten up, it gets stuck and shit happens. Let me show you what the Hemi tick sounds like. I'll show you where it is, and maybe we'll record this and send it over to YouTube or whatever else, and let's see if this solution even works. So, like I was saying, there's this little tick sound that comes off the Hemi. It's normally in one of the first couple cylinders, called like cylinder 1, which is back there. You can hear the tick. And normally you might get that on a older engine. Oh yeah, definitely run your cold air. Don't get those plastic ones. Make sure the metal, right, the composite. Your air filter, you're gonna clean that with oil. Basically just add oil to it. We kind of rinse it off, or maybe blast it off a little bit of air, then add some oil to it. Yeah, but the Hemi's pretty standard. It's up there. You know, we got the 5.78. Could be a 6.1. Got plenty of room to put the 6.1 in there. Make sure there's 130,000 miles in this car, and it does about 200 miles each way every day to different farms, either South Jersey or Pennsylvania. Anyway, that's that tick. What I'm gonna do is get some, I'm gonna put the cap back on your engine when you're on the phone, or when it's running. You wanna lose a finger unless you're professional. So what we're gonna do to test this theory, we just got the tick 2 weeks ago. We know lots of cars. Like I said, the truck, got another SRT Jeep, the Diablo supercharger, saddle while, super fast, dead right now. New crank, new oil pump, you name it is needed. So anyway, what we're gonna do, we're gonna change the oil, all right? We're gonna add a little flush. Nobody recommends motor flushes, but I recommend a motor flush at least 5 minutes before you're about to drop the oil. And then we're gonna run, like I said, 5W30 and Royal Purple synthetic. So the purpose of the Royal Purple synthetic, that it has double the Molly, okay? And not Molly like in the shit a lot of you characters like to fuck with. Yeah, it was fun once in a while. Shouldn't say that. Shouldn't say that at all. Sorry, it's not fun at all. Don't do Molly. What's wrong with you people? Make sure you know what you're putting in your body. You go to hookah bars and they tell you they're putting all this shit in there. You have no idea what the fuck they're putting in there. Stay away from that. Hookah bars and weirdos and clubs or whatever the fuck. Here, try this. Come on, don't put that shit in your body. Anyway, we're gonna run this oil change, motor flush shit. Damn, need a haircut. Still love Dodge. And I'm gonna get back to y'all. We're gonna hit it on the highway. I'm gonna show you something else that's going on. So yeah, my oil pressure way too low, right? That just dropped. That's how I know I have a problem. That 29 PSI should be way up. Oil is good, right? but let's see where the temperature's at on the oil. Intake is cold, love it, right? That's all good for sitting around. And then, yeah, so anyway, back to the oil. Yeah, oil pressure way too low, all right? Even the temperature probably doesn't really matter at this point. I haven't hit it on the highway yet, but that pressure needs to get up there. So I'll be back in a second. I just lost my joint in the engine. I have to vape. Stay tuned. See what comes out.
Just to see if there's any metals.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Metals.
Oh, so bad.
It's clean, it's just very thin.
Yeah.
So I don't really hear the tick anymore. That's good. Might come back. But at least now I know that the valve isn't stuck. Got some other squeaking going on now. Probably the crank getting used to the new oil, which is a lot thicker. Stick with that, stick with Mopar, stick with Hemi. So it looks like on my second startup since the Royal Purple, tick has gone down, almost gone. So at least it's gonna buy me a few, maybe a couple thousand miles. But yeah, that's the solution for the Hemi tick. You got too thin of oil, or the oil you're using doesn't have enough moly in it. And because it doesn't have enough moly, it's not lubricating all the valves, particularly for the lifter valves, which can wear down if the lifter valves aren't lubricating, getting enough oil in. It's going to wear down your crank and seize a cylinder. You might need to rebuild the whole engine. Go with double moly, Royal Purple, heavier weight, 5W30.